Okay, welcome to Harmony Point Acupuncture's YouTube channel. We post 2 videos a week, usually on Sundays, yoga, qigong, and pranayama. This class is pranayama, where we're working with breath. So welcome. If you like what you're experiencing here, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop us a line in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So today we're going to be working, one particular thing we're going to be working on today is ocean breathing with spinal visualization. Okay, so let's begin now by just bringing our awareness inwards and just noticing where you are experiencing the breath. You may notice the breath in the chest. You may notice it at the tip of the nostrils or in the abdomen. Just notice where in the body you're feeling the breath. And just take a few moments to really be with your breath. Feel the breath moving through you. And feel how you're a part of the breath. And we're going to set our intention here on really giving ourselves permission to remain focused on the breath throughout this session. And the breath is something that it's always going on unconsciously. We don't usually have a conscious awareness of our breath. But this is going to be our special time to bring that conscious awareness to the breath and to work consciously with a process that's usually unconscious. And I just like to remind everyone that it's okay if your mind wanders. That's bound to happen. So no need to be harsh with yourself if your mind wanders away from what we're doing. Just gently notice that your mind is wandering and bring yourselves right back to our practice. So we're going to have particular breath practices that we'll be working on. And just bring yourself right back to what we're doing. And I'd like to remind everyone else as well that you can close your eyes for these practices. You can have your eyes partially open or a relaxed gaze forward, whatever is comfortable for you. And we'll begin now. I'd like to add that before we go further, I just like to say if you have any particular prayers, mantras, personal affirmations, anything that you'd like to say to yourself to help you with the practice here, you can do that now. Or you can just take a moment to really focus your personal intention. And I'd like to express my gratitude to all of my amazing teachers. Okay, so we'll begin now with some alternate nostril breathing. We're going to use the right hand. We're going to bring the first and middle finger down to the palm, and we're going to use the thumb and ring and pinky fingers. We're going to cover the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale back through the left. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Exhale through the right. Inhale back through the right. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left. Inhale back through the left. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Exhale through the right. Inhale back through the right. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left. And continue this practice at your own pace without me talking. Continue. And stop the practice. Just sit for a moment, feeling stillness around us. Okay, and now we're going to continue with the same mudra, first and middle fingers down here. And we're going to cover the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Inhale through the right. So we're inhaling right, exhaling left. We're not going in and out through each of the nostrils. So it's a little bit of a simpler practice. So I'll guide us through a few rounds and then you can try it on your own. Cover the right nostril with the thumb, exhale through the left. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers, inhale through the right. Cover the right nostril with the thumb, exhale through the left. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers, inhale through the right. Cover the right nostril with the thumb, exhale through the left. And continue this practice at your own pace. You're inhaling right, exhaling left. And we'll stop the practice. Sit for a moment. And for the next practice, we're going to use the same mudra, first and middle finger on the palm. We're going to inhale through both nostrils. And then when we're ready to exhale, we're going to cover the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left nostril with the Ujjayi breath. So it's a slight constriction of the throat, a slight constriction of the throat. And you can kind of, it echoes in your head in a very pleasant way, kind of like an ocean sound. So you're exhaling through the nostril, but with a slight constriction of the throat. So it changes the quality of the breath a little bit. So let's practice this. We'll try it. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left with the Ujjayi breath. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril with the Ujjayi breath. Inhale through both nostrils. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril with the Ujjayi breath. And continue this practice at your own pace without me talking, and you don't have to follow my pace. And stop the practice. And we'll just sit for a moment. Okay, and now we're going to switch to a little bit of breathing along the spine. So I encourage everyone to do is find the top and the bottom of your spine. So bring your hand down behind your skull and feel where the base of your skull is. Here, I'll just show everyone. Make sure I have the screen on. So I'm going behind my head and feeling the base of the skull. And then I'm finding the base of my tailbone. I'm feeling all the way down the spine to the base of my tailbone. So everyone, I would encourage everyone to find both of those locations, the top and bottom of the spine, and just really get familiar with where they are. And now we're going to you can release your hands. And for this practice, and usually for any of the practices where we're not doing a specific mudra, we really want to have our palms open. We always want to have the tongue at the roof of the mouth. And for these practices where we're not doing a mudra, you can have your hands this way or this way, but really nice and open here. You can bring your tongue to the roof of the mouth. That relaxes your jaw and helps you relax your face. And relax your elbows. A lot of times we forget to relax the elbows. Okay, now bring your awareness to that spot at the base of the tailbone that we were just palpating. And on the next inhalation, imagine the air coming all the way up from the base of the tailbone to the base of the skull. Pause. And on the next exhalation, imagine the air coming all the way down from the base of the skull to the base of the tailbone. Pause. Inhale. Envision the air coming up from the base of the tailbone to the base of the skull. Pause. Exhale. Envision the air coming all the way down from the base of the skull to the base of the tailbone. Pause. And continue this practice at your own pace, with your own pauses. You'll notice as you do things at your own pace, your body will have its own particular timing of pauses. And I just want to remind everyone that the pauses are not a forceful breath hold. They're a deep rest between the breaths, and it doesn't matter how long you pause. Okay, so everybody will continue at our own paces. Okay, and now we'll stop that practice. We'll just sit for a moment. And now, for the next practice, we're going to bring our awareness to the base of the sacrum And on the inhalation, we're going to envision the air coming straight up from the base of the sacrum to the base of the skull. And as you exhale, we're going to envision the air coming down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum. So we're inhaling up the center of the spine and down the left side of the spine. And when we're inhaling with that visualization, when we're exhaling with the visualization down the left side of the spine, we're going to slightly constrict the throat using the Ujjayi breath. Okay, so I'll guide us through a few rounds. We're bringing awareness to the base of the sacrum, coming straight up the center of the spine to the base of the skull. Pausing. Exhaling down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum using the Ujjayi breath. Inhaling straight up the center of the spine from the base of the tailbone to the base of the skull. Pause. Exhaling down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the tailbone using the Ujjayi breath. Pause. And everyone now continue a few more rounds at your own pace. Now stop the practice. We'll just sit for a moment, appreciating the space of not doing any particular practice, just being here. And now we're going to conclude with the full yogic breath. So I just want to remind everyone where that breath will be passing through for the full yogic breath. You can bring your hand to your abdomen and just allow yourself to feel the breath in the abdomen, the rise and fall of your hands. And now bring your hands to your chest. Allow yourself to feel the breath in the chest. Feel the breath under your hands. And now you can bring your fingertips to your collarbones. Allow yourself to feel the breath here in the collarbones. Feel the collarbones rising and falling under your fingertips. Now make a gentle fist. So we're bringing our thumb to the palm. This is a very gentle fist. We're not clenching. Bring your hands here, elbows relaxed. Tongue at the roof of the mouth, face relaxed. We're going to experience the breath passing through all these three parts of the diaphragm. We're going to expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones, pause, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen, pause. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones, pause. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen, pause. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones, pause. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen, pause. And continue at your own pace with your own pauses. And stop the practice. We'll just sit for a moment. And thank you so much for joining me today.